G'day folks, happy Christmas, happy New Year, happy Easter. It's been a long time, hasn't it? I'm not really sure what happened, but I'm back. It's all good. I just got a little bit busy, that's all. So on Christmas Day, I just want to go through what we have been through because it's been a massive start to the year. We had a storm like no other storm. They were reporting it was actually a tornado. It probably was a tornado to the west of the range and to the east of the range because of the way the debris was, but over the range it was like being smashed by two tidal waves. It came over the top of the range, smashed, and then just splattered everything, and then the other one came over, and as it smashed down, everything that was on the west side of the ridge just got this updraft, it was just insane. With a cyclone, it builds as it gets closer to you. And then of course it goes over the top of you, and then the wind changes direction and it all settles down. This was like being smacked head on in the face by a tsunami. It was zero. I could hear it coming. I said to Brownie, what's that noise? It was like the loudest truck stroke rocket, like that screaming noise coming straight at us. We did all the windows up. We've designed the house so that we've got louvers on one side and we can crack doors on the other. And that's because otherwise it implodes and then explodes with the pressure, and the roof normally blows off. And it was literally 0 to about category 3 in half a minute. It was insane. And so we had to cut our way out of the street. There was so much debris. And then on New Year's Day, we had no power still. It took 10 days to get power here because we were pretty well in ground zero in the range side of it. Of course, west and east, they got pummeled as well. And it was a corridor, so that's why they said it was a tornado. But you can't have tornadoes on mountain ranges, so that's why I said it was like two tsunamis hitting us. On New Year's Day, we had a flood. So up here, okay, again, we are okay up here, but I was watching this water rising, and the velocity that it was flowing was the worst it has ever been. We had 420 mil. We've had 460 and 80 mil. Up the mountain, it's been between 600 and 800 mil. I'm talking in a night. So between 12 and 24 hours. The damage that it did, because I was thinking, well, this is the worst case scenario because we've still got all the trees down, all the debris, and so it would be slowing the water down. It would be acting as a weir. There was no slowing this water down, and the only thing I can think of is the landscape function upstream has been turned into a drainage system. And engineers are excellent at getting water off landscapes. And this is what we're seeing now. We have no bank. The actual creek has raised about 1 metre. So there's no creek bank anymore. So of course, and we all know that rivers move. It's just that us silly humans build houses on a riverbank, and the river wants to move. And so this river's going to be moving now. It's just really unfortunate that development bridges, because they've taken our weirs away, our causeways, which are acting as weirs, everything that was slowing the water flow down has gone. So that was New Year's Day. Moving on from that, we had an amazing conference in Balan in Victoria with Ray Archuleta. It was 4 days. We had 2 days of conference, 2 days of masterclass. I'm going to have some amazing video footage because we managed to get on farm before and after during that time. It was a really, really beautiful 4 days with really intelligent people and knowledgeable people about regenerative farming. Just great personalities. It was fantastic. And I'm so glad I organised Anthony for the sound, because it took the pressure off me. And then we had Matty, or yeah, his name Matt, for the live stream. So if you want to have a look at the live stream, I think it's $97. So you've got the 2 days, not the masterclass, but the 2 days of conference. It's well worth it. We had some great speakers, and Darren Doherty was another speaker, with obviously Ray Archuleta, and there was a lot more local, more SRF members talking, and it was, overall the experience was amazing. I'm so glad I took a week out. The only trouble was I had actually nominated for Councillor of Division 3, which is the division I live in, and the pre-voting had already started in that week, so I had a lot going on. But I was focusing on the Regenerative Conference because that's obviously my passion, that's what I love. In the meantime, all this politics was going on in the behind the scenes, and I got 9.5%, and Michael got 22%, and Donna Gates got back in. They have, or Mark Hamill from Division 1, challenged her deputy mayor position in council, and so he actually won. And so yes, we managed to, with all of this happening, we would like to think that we made a difference, and we moved out the deputy mayor and placed a new deputy mayor in. So it's been really, really crazy. Just running around like a headless chicken, really, and it did affect me mentally, I have to say. Fantastic experience on election day, just meeting everybody, different types of people that live in your division, because this division is really diverse. It goes from the Broadwater, where there's a boat ramp, through suburban areas, through where there's massive traffic chaos, where we've got the Marine Precinct. There's 6,000 Marine tradies that work there. We've got 5 schools, primary schools, we've got more secondary schools, we've got loads of secondary schools, and then we go into Acreage, Willowvale and Wongawallam, which is obviously where I live, so Wongawallam Valley, and very different types of people all the way through. So it was lovely to meet everybody. I had a good time, even though it was a bit of a head stuff. So let's move on to this channel. Where do I start? I start with the adverts, that's right. Remember I said to you probably in the last video that I was going to try with the adverts. Now then, what I noticed is it hasn't made any difference financially to me whatsoever, but it has pushed YouTube to show my video to more people. So what was happening was, in a week I was getting 1,000 views, which is never happened before. The other thing as well is, because that has happened and the popularity of the videos has increased, I have now 3,020 subscribers. So thank you so much, and every year I'm building another 1,000 subscribers, which is amazing. Now if you look at other people's channels, the interesting thing is, for those YouTubers that have got, say, 1 million subscribers, they are happy with 10% of that amount viewing their videos. If you look at my videos, so 10% obviously would be 300 views. You look at a lot of these farming videos, there is over 4,000 with a lot of them. Some of them are still to catch up, but majority of them are over 1,000, absolutely. I've got 46,000, I think Russell's first one is over 23,000. I've got Stuart Andrews over 10,000. I mean, this is incredible, considering I've only got 3,020 subscribers. So get and subscribe. If you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed, for goodness sake, just hit the subscribe button. It just means that more and more people can view these videos. So that helps me out. The upcoming videos. Right, well, I am on my 3rd edit at the moment, 3rd video. So I've already completed, and they've already said yes, amazing. So Campbell's olives, when we go on farm and he talks about his farm and what he's been up to with his olive groves and his mixed forestry. Then there's Rachel Treasure, who's just releasing a book now called Milking Time. She's in the back of the ute. So that's a really fun, as they all are, a fun yarn in the back of the ute. I'm working on Karen's sheep. I'm just calling them these funny names because that's what it was. We went on Karen's farm and looked at her sheep. We looked at her land as well, obviously, and how her soil was doing, but she's doing amazingly. Then there's Niels Olsen with the soil key. Now, I have filmed him before when they did a demo up here in the Northern Rivers area, and I really, really love this machine. So to actually go on his farm with his 3 young men who are also farmers and really passionate and they're just loving what they're doing with their farming. It was an absolute pleasure. Loved it. Freezing, because I went from 30 odd degrees here in Queensland to freezing down there, Antarctic blast or something crazy. But I got some really good footage and happy cattle and great multi-species. So got that to look forward to. There are going to be a lot of others. I want to do a playlist with a guy called Phil. He was really knowledgeable and a scientist, and he was backing up all the stuff that we were talking about within the conference. So he's got some really good little snippets that I'll put him together. But I haven't started that, and I have asked him, but he hasn't seen it yet. So all of these other videos are to come with permission from the people that I'm obviously videoing. We got some great infiltration video. That's quite good fun. If I've got time, I'll put one of the conference together with a snippet from each of the speakers. I think that would be good, just so that you've got an idea of what we actually created. Thanks to Rochelle, Soil Restoration Farming. She was just incredible putting that all together with the help of SRF team. Still got a few left over from last time I was at Martin's. And yes, I've got something up my sleeve there as well. Oh, and with Russell. So Martin and Russell should have another video. It'll be a lot later in the year though, because as you can hear, I've got a lot to put together. I think that has brought you up to date with everything. So yeah, sorry it's been a little bit quiet, but we've had a lot on and we're still recovering from the storm. But we didn't get any house damage, thank goodness. We did have the float in the driveway at the front door, which was all a bit strange. And okay, would like you to enjoy the videos as always and subscribe. Hit the notifications button and make sure you spread the word because, yeah, it's very important, this regenerative stuff. So this is live reporting from Gladrose Crescent. We lost our fly screen and we opened the door. Cat's wondering where her cat flap is. Hey, Obsidian, you can walk straight outside. And then the horse float, thank goodness, is on our doorstep and not somebody else's doorstep. That tree snapped. That plant pot fell over. Got neighbours guttering. Ooh, that was a good one. So the horse float was here. I don't know whether you can see, there's a tree in the background, that big gum tree, that's kind of got half of it left. We were so lucky, so the horse float was here and it could have ended up on neighbour's roof. Man, I've never been in a storm like this before. So I really hope everybody's roofs are okay. There's a lot of debris, obviously. But yeah, so that's where the horse float is. Now then, unfortunately, everything got moved a little bit. That's okay. The horse float, I don't know how it managed to get past the car, Brownie's ute, and just make its way straight for the front door without actually getting the front door. But what it has done is obviously it's buckled. We'll need to replace a couple of the pool fence. Happy Christmas, Gold Coast. Holy mollies, that was just terrifying. We were literally holding these louvers on. Brownie got blown over. He reckons it was 160 knots. Like it was massive. No cat, flat cat. How is it, Obsidian? And then we got the dog before the dog decided and realised that there was no fence left. Right, we're having the float on the doorstep though. Whew. That was the most intense storm I have ever been involved in. That was just manic. The house didn't move though. I was expecting roofs to be flying around like the Wizard of Oz. I think this one's a bit... Everything will hold on and bounce back. Avoided it.
It looks like it's just gone straight through this section here.
Yeah.
Because there's green down there, there's green up there.
Yeah, well you see the trees are stripped a bit. Oh, right up there.
Yeah. It's gone straight through here.
Yeah, this was the ferocious bit of the storm. So if you have a look behind us there, that's all intact up there.